Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about video today and why I chose the Canon SL2 camera. Not a really popular camera among DSLR filmmakers. Why I picked it, why I think it's probably the best camera for my application, and just what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and let's get right into it. So my primary YouTube channel is a backpacking YouTube channel. If you don't know what that is, I put all the stuff I need to survive on my back. I'm weighing everything out by the gram, heading out on a trail for miles and days at a time, and it's basically, a run and gun type filmmaking. So everything is very meticulously planned out, and every ounce in there is basically needed. I'm not carrying anything I don't need. So the SL2 really caught my eye because of a few things right off the bat, which is weight. It's a very, very light DSLR, probably one of the lightest DSLRs on the market. It is also a little bit smaller than the previous camera that I was using, which is this. This is the Canon T3i. Really old school, circa 2011 here. You can see that coming from a T3i, the SL2 is such a huge upgrade. Dual pixel autofocus, which is one of the best autofocuses on the market right now. The T3i I had didn't have autofocus at all. I pretty much had to manually adjust everything or hold the shutter button in to get in focus. So that's where I'm coming from. I didn't have a decent camera for a lot of years. Definitely wanted to stick with Canon, definitely wanted to stick with something that I didn't have to relearn how to use. Everything on this is very, very user-friendly. The touchscreen is just way more advanced than what I'm used to using. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, why didn't I choose the M50? It's smaller, it's around the same price point, which price point on this is also a big reason I got it. It's basically a small ADD. It has the same APS-C, is that right? I don't remember. It's got the same size sensor as an ADD basically, and just everything in a smaller body. Now the M50, I did not want to go mirrorless, and I didn't want to go mirrorless for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm out in the woods, I'm out getting dirty. I mean, this camera is going to get beat, and it's going to get a little bit dirty here and there. DSLRs have a mirror that flaps down over in front of the sensor that you can clean if it gets dirty and whatnot, but the sensor is more protected when you take the lens off. I didn't like that the mirrorless, like the M50s, have just the sensor fully exposed as soon as you take the lens off, because like I said, I mean, it might be dusty, the wind might blow and get stuff all up in the camera. Another big reason why I love the DSLR over the M50 is whenever you turn a mirrorless camera on, it takes like 2 or 3 seconds for the exposure to come up and for your picture to be ready. If you turn it on right away and press record, it's going to be fading in. As where DSLRs, as soon as you turn them on, you press record and you're getting basically what you're seeing through the viewfinder. That is good because, sometimes I'm filming wildlife that I don't have extra seconds to wait. I have so many things to worry about while I'm on the trail, whether it be, weather that's coming, if I'm losing sunlight, I got to get to water and food. Like, there's so many things to worry about, in just a survival aspect. Filmmaking is kind of the secondary reason I'm out there. I'm out there to enjoy nature and to do this somewhat of an endurance sport. The camera kind of comes second. So I need something that's going to fit well with my speed that I'm traveling. So I want to set it up and press go and it be ready on the go. I don't want to have to wait around for anything. Just like if I want to do a quick segment on talking on the trail, I'm vlogging while I'm walking, as soon as I press record, that autofocus has got me locked in, exposure is perfect from the get-go, and I just start talking immediately. There's no delay time at all. Also, DSLRs have better battery life than mirrorless cameras. Mirrorless cameras, when you look through the viewfinder, it's a digitally projected image that takes battery life to power that. When you're looking through a DSLR, you're basically looking straight out the lens through a couple mirrors, but it's not taking any battery life, and you can have the camera off and still frame your shots and whatnot, while, you know, saving battery life. So battery life is huge for me. I carry a few extra batteries, but obviously there's no outlets out on the trail, so however many batteries I bring, or however many power banks I choose to bring, that's how much battery life I have, so I have to use it very sparingly. So the SL2 doesn't have 4K. That's a big concern for a lot of people. Not for me. I think just using 1080p, whatever, at, you know, 24 frames or 30 frames per second, whatever I film at, which I usually do a mixture of both, but it's good for me. I'm not ready to upgrade to 4K. I really have no plans on going to 4K anytime soon. I'm sure in the future maybe that'll appeal to me more, but I'm really happy with what it has. It also has 60 frames per second at 1080p, so that lets me get pretty smooth slow motion, which is a big upgrade from the T3i. It only had 60 frames at 720p, so I hardly ever use that. Coming from a Canon, all my lenses are pretty much universal. They're pretty much already STMs that, you know, weren't even used to their full capability on this camera. So I think the SL2, great for somebody on a budget. They're under 500 bucks. I think I got mine for like $4 and some change. Great for a run and gun photographer, videographer. Super light. If it starts raining, camera in my backpack, I don't want it to be super heavy. I'm not going to go with like a big full frame camera. So this is just perfect. I'm totally pleased with it. I've had it for probably about 5 or 6 months now, and I'm just very happy with it so far. So those are the reasons why I picked the SL2. I hope it's helpful to you in some way or another if you're on the fence about maybe getting one of these or not. Don't listen to everybody out there that says it's just a terrible camera, because it's not. I mean, it's great. The quality's great. I think the color looks good. The autofocus can't be beat. And it's, you know, it's got your external audio jack. I got a mic on top of it. It's a good camera. It's a really good camera for the price. I think 5 years ago, if this would have came out, it just would have been leaps and bounds above everything for the price range. So that does it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more videos like this if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and we'll see you on the next one.